Spencer, you don't have to answer that question.
Good going. All right, what's up?
Hey, complete team effort tonight anyway.
Yeah,
but hey, my question is for, I'm going to kind of go in a different direction. My question is for Hans.
Okay.
Hans, I heard that you dated a carny in the past, and I'm just wondering, did you love her?
Why? It's the Utah postgame show.
Wait a second. I think that's a legitimate question.
Everyone is infatuated with this relationship. We need more details. I'll hang up and listen.
Was that Scotty again? Or
by
was
the
that
way,
Lloyd? Is that Scotty or Lloyd?
By
Why
the way,
is everybody trying to derail the Utah postgame show?
This is a fact. I'm not making this. This is a fact.
What's a fact?
More kickers per capita become carnies than any other position group on a football team. That's absolutely a fact.
That is not a fact.
And you dated a carny. Nothing wrong with carnies.
Spencer, I would say thank you for the call, but no thank you for that call.
Thank you, Spencer.
And you know the story, and every one of you try to glorify the fact that she was a carny, and she wasn't. She was the daughter of two people that ran a booth at the fiddle contest. That's it.
At a carnival?
Yeah.
Was it a fiddle contest at a carnival?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's the daughter of the two parents that ran the carnival booth, but she is not a carny. And
wait a second. What's your heritage? Like,
I'm not going to talk to you about this.
What are your parents?
I will not talk to you about
Are they Swedish?
Danish.
What are they? Danish.
Player of the game: Shine, Hansen, Shelley, or Gay. Jump back out to the phone lines. Go to Tyler. You're up next with Frank Dolce. Go ahead, Tyler.
Hey. So,
hey, Tyler.
I'm just wondering, and this is kind of a marriage question. When you're yelling at the TV and telling your team to run the ball, and your wife tells you to stop yelling at the TV, what do you do?
So if you're yelling at the TV for Utah to run the ball and your wife tells you what?
To stop yelling at the TV, what do you do?
Yeah.
Well, is she telling you to stop yelling at the TV because she thinks that Utah shouldn't run the ball?
No, she just told me to stop yelling at the TV.
Well, then I think that you'd have to say, honey, I'm doing my part as a Utah fan to help this Utah football team win a tough football game in November, and
that's what I tell her. It's my job to tell the coaches to run the ball.
That's right. I feel very much the same way. Now, if she's telling you to stop yelling at the TV because she believes that Utah should throw the ball more often, then we have a problem.
Well, then you start looking
then we
at
have
Tinder.
Then we have a big problem.
Hey, Tyler, how long have you been married, Tyler?
I call her my wife, but we're not actually married yet.
Okay, so you're Lloyd Colin.
Engaged. Well, congrats. Do you have a date? Do you have a date set?
No, we don't.
Yeah, definitely Lloyd Colin it.
Yeah.
Well,
no, it's not.
No, it's
no. Lloyd's married.
No.
So what?
Married?
He might be, but nobody even knows anymore, to be honest with you, Tyler.
Hey, Tyler, listen. I mean, it sounds like she's the right one for you.
Yeah, you gotta make this one official.
Come on.
Yeah.
Step up.
Because once you marry her, then you have more rights to tell her what to say and what not to say.
Right now, you're not committed you're not committed to the run game yourself. You're yelling at Utah to run the ball. You're not committed to the run game yourself. You're just sitting back there. You want to throw the ball all over the field, see what happens.
I can just see Tyler yelling at the run. Commit, yelling at the TV. Commit to the run. And her yelling, Tyler, commit to me. Be a struggle. Tyler, thanks.
That turned around quickly. Tyler, thank you.
Thanks for the call, Tyler. That was awesome.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you. Go ahead,
Perfect. I'm definitely going to go with Shelley just because we've had great kickers in the past, like Andy Phillips, but we haven't had the quarterback play, so hasn't really meant in games in November like this. So I'd probably just go with Shelley.
Okay. Thank you.
My question would be, and I guess this would be more for Frank, and it's just with an untrained eye, with Shelley's throwing motion and mechanics, they just look a little bit more smooth than Huntley's. And I was like specifically with the screen game, because I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I haven't really seen any great screenplays with the last few games from Utah. And then we saw them a lot tonight, and I'm just wondering if it was because of the way that Shelley can just float them over there, or is it just situational? And then my last question, bonus question, would be if Hans ever got rid of the herpes from the guy from Boise. Thanks.
Oh,
bye.
my gosh.
You got herpes from a dude in Boise?
You're freaking setting me up back there, Talon.
Is that true?
You're setting me up back there.
These stories are well known by people.
In wrestling.
Have you ever used this microphone? Because now, do we have some Lysol or something?
It's not transmittable through a mic.
Do I need to spray this thing off?
It's on my arms, and it's from wrestling.
You hugged me today.
I've got long sleeves on, and I'm not in a flare-up.
Isn't that something you think you should share?
By the way, a lot of wrestlers have it.
With your co-host?
No,
oh, please.
A lot of wrestlers have it. No, I'm not kidding. A ton of wrestlers have it. It's very transmittable, and it's on my arms. That's it. It's like a cold sore.
Do you keep your arms covered? Like 100% of the time?
Have you never had a cold sore?
Nope.
I'm not doing this.
I'm not.
Hey, Talon, screen them.
Okay. No, we'll just leave that.
Yeah,
you and I are going to talk after this.
No, we're not going to talk after that. He had some really good observations about the quarterback.
BYU side.
All right, let's jump back out the phone calls. Go to Mark. You're up next with Frank Dolce. Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, Hans and Frank, I just wanted to say I think I would give it to Shelley as the player of the game. And then I love seeing the youth put their foot on the pedal and not just stall out and try to win it with defense. So I really like what they're doing this year. And then finally, Hans, in honor of the Utah victory, if you could give us a pig man.
Yeah, Hans. What was that? I'm not sure that you need to do anything after that. I think that was a pretty good rendition of the Pigman. The Pigman. And it's an excellent call. Speaking of pigs, most well-rounded Utah football team that we've seen in November in the Pac-12. I think that's true. And even though they fell off against Arizona State, they did play more of a complete football game tonight, and that's exactly what this football team has lacked in Novembers past. Mostly not being able to live up to defensive championships. Fran?
I don't know how.
Fran?
I don't
Brant.
know. I don't know how this turned into what it's turned into, but let's try to get away from it.
But you don't think it's endearing. I think it's endearing when the listeners have that, that kind of knowledge about you and that kind of feeling for you. Like they feel like they're your buddies. Like they have this camaraderie with you. I mean, I think you should take that as a compliment.
I don't. I actually take it as a direct assault on my character.
You do? You don't take it that way. Don't take it. It's a compliment.
And by the way, it's not a pigman noise. Scott says, what do I sound like when I really turn up the velocity on my elliptical machine? And I gave the sound of when I'm really huffing it.
Yep.
And
yes.
Apparently when I huff it, I sound like half man, half pig. And that really blew up into something, which should be nothing.
By the way, I'd like to just commend you for getting on the elliptical. I mean, that takes some effort.
Can you not poke me in my side when you say that? Can you not poke me right in my love handle when you say that?
My love language is touch.
I know, but
that's my love language.
You don't poke somebody in their side and say, I'm really proud of you for getting on the elliptical with that side hump that you got.
And you're not, we regularly say this about you. That Hans Olsen, he's not a small man. You're not you're not like a little mite that's jumping up on the elliptical and, running around there. That's you're moving some mass around. You're a big guy. I mean, you're a big dude.
I would imagine if an elliptical could make a noise, it'd make the same noise as I make when I'm on it. Would be my guess.
I bet it just sounds like
elliptical's just like whoosh, 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 whoosh. No, that it isn't. That thing is squeaking and humming.